habits, right?
I must have went in through the bottom. Is that what I did? Yep, that's what I did.
Yeah, you went under the ventral side.
I like the ventral side.
Why does that sound so wrong?
It's not wrong. I like it.
I,
I
I'm
like
so
it.
tempted to quote you on that.
You
Just
can do it.
I
I
like
don't care. I don't care. So what I would like to do is above this tank here is put in a floor in quotes. Continue your pattern for the jump drives that we currently have for the ceiling. By the way, just to answer Fletcher Vance a little bit differently than what you have, these are more decoration that also serves a purpose.
Yeah, a little of both,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We could put them in significantly denser, but we did want some jump drives to be visible, as if to be, I don't know, to like highlight its capability.
Mm-hmm. And I think that definitely serves its purpose. There are definitely a visual effect in this area. They also serve a purpose that lets us jump. And I would like to continue that out until we get to the edge of the tank here. And then I would like to floor that off. And then from there, we get a little bit more jump drivey in condensed format. And then put the quarters on the outside so we can have lots of windows. Does that make sense?
I think I followed part of it, but I definitely didn't. I don't have a solid grasp on it, so.
What I'm doing is
Um,
just extending everything you've done up to this point out to the edge of here, and then there'll be a what I could say wall or floor here. And I just died. So where my backpack is where you would put that floor.
Bad veggie.
Yep. I'm going to go ahead and do my little command. 7 times. What do you got?
I think I'm up to at least that much.
Are you unalive? Is that your command?
Unalives. I'm at 8.
So see, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay, fancy looking, but on the downside you lose efficiency. Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That just happened.
I died. I was showing him where the
So,
floor would be, and that was a
this game-
mistake.
This game has some weird glitchiness with like the bodies when you unalive yourself like that. So sometimes if you just stand there and watch them, they do some weird glitchy stuff. That's what you were just seeing. And that's why I was laughing so hard just a minute ago as well. It was like, sometimes it's really funny, and that time was good. It really didn't disappoint that time.
And now I'm in the area of the ship that I don't know how to get out of.
Go down. You're in the top, so to go down.
Well, I know where I'm at. I just don't know how to get down.
Look for the gold railings. They're on the far ends.
I'm finding it. Just give me a minute. I
can
didn't
do
build
it,
any
buddy.
of this. I didn't build any of this.
This is all new. I don't know what's happening.
This wasn't here last time. Okay, so I told him where the floor was, and that cost me my life. I should not have told him information. I should have just played it safe, but I didn't.
Yeah, I don't think that was the problem. But so like, you want the floor going this far? Because I was kind of thinking we could just like literally build a wall with some big doors just above these tanks, and so you move.
Well,
into the
what I
next
was
area that
thinking
way.
is we can have sections of airtightness. So if something happens, with ships anyway, they do definitely worry about, and yes, I am definitely fancy even in death.
Mhm.
100%. So,
Yes.
with ships, what you have is you have sections that can flood, and the ship can still be accurate, and that's kind of what I'm looking at here. Is the CIC area in that top part really should be behind some kind of a door, even if it's a hangar, so that if it created an air leak, the rest of the space station would still maintain air tightness.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's what I'm looking at here. Is this main section in this area that we're in now is a huge area, but if it has a leak, then we could go to either the bottom or the top, and we could survive while that leak is being fixed. You know, that kind of thing. And we'll have a medical station so that, you know, you can get to one that's inside of air tightness at any point. That's my mindset at this point in time.
Sure. Okay. So we want to essentially like build a wall here at some point and terminate this spot.
Well, yeah, I mean, basically we're building the wall just so you have your air tightness, and you're going to continue on with your jump drives and then living spaces. Now, we could put the jump drives that we're talking about down here where the tank stuff is, right? So we have a wall, and then right behind that wall we could put our jump drives and our battery banks, and maybe even some more reactors if you thought we needed more. I don't know if we do.
So, these are...
Seems like they charge pretty quick.
If I was to just slap a jump drive right here, fits pretty good. There's two.
Are they airtight?
That's a good question. So, all sides and edges, yeah, and completely.
Okay, well then that could be our wall. Honestly, I'd be okay with those being the wall.
And it looks like we've got plenty of places to bring our conveyor network in. This right here, I think, is one of the main lines coming through the ship. This bottom one. There's like the main line on the top, on the bottom, on the left, and the right.
Well, what I'd like to do is get it to the exact center, because we're going to taper at some point down to a point at the end.
Yep.
But
Gotcha.
it's going to be like way back here, like maybe we'll say here. If let me show your stream so you can see kind of where I'm at. So where I'm at is kind of where I'm thinking of. It could go longer, but I don't think it should go shorter, if that makes sense. It should be longer than the top. It should look like if we took off the ring and we took a hammer, we could hammer this into a block of wood. And this is the point. That's what we're going for here. So that's in my head.
Okay. So I think then the captains and the pilots' quarters need to be probably before we start really tapering off, because we want kind of maximize the space we have. So, and I think it's probably suitable that we build a room for our plushy acquisition specialist as well.
Yeah. And honestly, I have no problems with having this bottom part be the jump drives and batteries we want to put in, which we could put a crap load in that much.
Yeah.
Building this wall all the way out, and then putting our living quarters in thirds. You know, I mean, I'm good with that.
So, do we use some of the verticality, because we can split this. If we do, say, everything below the floor is jump drives and batteries, we could do 2 floors, one we're standing on and one above it. That's like easily like 2 blocks above it.
Mm-hmm.
Like say row number 3, or block number 3 up from the floor becomes the floor ceiling, right, for the next floor.
Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we have 19, 17 divided by 3 would be what? Well, 8 would be 16. That's not good. 6 would be 6. So if we did 6 blocks across, right? Then one, and I probably should be the captain, would have 7 blocks. There'd be a wall, 6 blocks, a wall, and 6 blocks, and you could have 2 floors in your living area. Does that make sense?
I think so.
So,
But is that how do you feel about that space?
I'm cool with that. I mean, 6 blocks is in a large grid. That means the wall. Let's do this. Let's get the right. Well, yeah, let's just get this color. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. We'll put you on that side. 7, right? 7. Don't. Oh, I died. That's true. That's true. You are correct, sir. I just gotta find a pillar. There it is. And since I died, I'm lagging a little bit. Don't know why.
That's your punishment.
I think that's probably how I died.
Yeah, there's a thing about how it receives your like input signals for flying, that like if the game's running slow for you, sometimes it seems to boost you further in directions than you really have inputted. I remember when I played on my older machine, where I was running on a card that would have to crunch the numbers occasionally, and when it did, I would very often fly into things, even though I wouldn't have really pressed a button combination that would normally have led to that. But under those conditions, because it was laggy, essentially, it goes, well, I think you were boosting that whole time. And this game really does conserve some momentum, so that really screws you up pretty bad. It's really frustrating when that happens.
It is. That's kind of what it felt like when I died. Now I'm really laggy, so I don't know what the deal is. Okay, let's see. Let's get down to the plate. Let's recount everything and see if this works. Let's see. 1, come on, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, come on, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That did not work. 4. So it looks like if we did 5, and then we come over here.
Actually, run out of steel plates.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Give me some of these steel plates.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sweet.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Okay, let's go over here. 1, 2,
Oh,
3, 4.
number 18.
5.
Well, I am the best pilot in this sector.
100%. That's me.
We know who that is.
It's me.
Are you using the badger grinder?
I don't know.
Pretty sure that's the badger grinder. Let me ask you this: how is it at grinding badgers?
Well, I haven't seen any, but I'm pretty sure it'll be pretty good. And after last time, I'm not changing it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think that'll work.
The tube could be a little bigger in that part. You know, like it can extend out. We can have like, you know, like imagine like you take like a saddlebag and you stick it to the side of the tube, right? And that could be like bedroom space, and that way we can make all the rooms a little wider. Because maybe we have like a hallway down the middle or something.
Well, I mean, we could have a hallway because right now the captain is actually 2 full blocks bigger than the other 2.
Oh, well, yeah.
Now, if we made them all equal, we could have a hallway on one side or the other. It doesn't really matter. But honestly, I'm okay with what we have because I don't really need more than 5 blocks, honestly. But
I
if
thought you said you wanted a huge room.
I think 5 at the length we're going to be talking about is pretty large, don't you think?
Well, because that's kind of where I was thinking the living pods were at. Was like they're like a 4x5 or 4x3, something like that.
Well, each one of these is 5 wide. This middle one is 7 wide.
This is 4x3s. Yeah, these are 4x3s, and then there's, I think some of them are 3x3s. Yeah, some of them are 3x3s, and some of them are 4x3s. But so basically,
how did I die? Wasn't doing anything.
You ran out of power.
No.
Wait. Oh, there you are.
It didn't tell me anything.
Oh, we're standing on you. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Oh, I kicked you a little bit. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what you did there.
I was just standing there. All of a sudden, you died. What? I didn't do anything. I'm not coming in. That's all there is to it. I'm just gonna, if this game just wants to hate me, fine. I don't care.
So, let me think about this. It's just not gonna respawn, huh?
I respawn. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so just trying to think about the overall shape of this thing. Because we could go. We could get away from the tube shape even.
I'm not sure what's the deal.
What do you mean?
Well, what are you contemplating?
Well, design, like how, like what shapes and to build this out in. Because I understand the core concept. This is going to be like a long tube that's going to extend out like 100 meters.
Okay.
But I think, like the living areas can kind of be their own little section, and as it terminates down, they're kind of part of that. So the termination doesn't necessarily need to be conical. And, we can get away from this like tubular shape and the need to terminate in a conical way. And we could, much like the CIC and living quarters on the front, it changes the pattern to more of box-like, rounded square kind of shape.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we do something like that. And maybe
Okay,
we.
but you're going to have a ways to go before you do that.
What do you mean?
Well, I think this site has to be way longer than it is.
Yeah, I get that. I get
So,
that. But I'm saying like the shape of it doesn't have to be married to what we're starting out as with this tube shape. And so then, with that being said, I'm trying to look at it from different angles and imagine different shapes connected to it in my head, thinking, do I like the way that looks? Do I like the way this looks? That kind of stuff.
well, I don't like the way the third one looks.
Oh,
That one's just crap. Let's just both agree. You don't like it either. The third one is just crap. Let's just throw that one out.
let me add in that I would like to have a private hangar for the pilot, and I would like to have one as well as the captain for like a little small ship. And maybe it's an external landing pad that you can easily just get out to or something, or it is an internal hangar, much like the ones on the CIC. But like, I would like to have like, your own private landing pad. Like this is supposed to be like our big station, right?
I think it is a big station.
So what if? Hmm.
I'm not against whatever you're looking at. I just, I mean, my initial thing was the top would be bigger than it is. I think the top was smaller than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I got to building it and I was like, oh my god, this is so much. And then,
It was not even close to as big as I thought it was going to be.
well, there is.
It's not bad though. I like it.
I can show you exactly where we can expand. There's a very specific spot that we can expand on
Oh,
if we
there's
want to make it
lots
bigger.
of spaces to expand, but with the gravity the way it is, then yeah, that limits some
Oh,
things.
I
So,
found the landing ring.
if you wanted to make the bottom larger, then you could.
We really just need cargo access, like right in the medical area, so you can just grab your tools right there.
Oh yeah, we could probably put one in there.
Yeah, I see exactly a spot I can do it. But anyway, yeah. So I'm just kind of imagining what shapes would be great for building out bedroom spaces, and I'm kind of thinking, like, what if we just imagine the tube, and then we just stick a couple of rectangles on either side like saddlebags? And what if we build out like that, and then kind of carve into that and shape that from there? You know what I mean?
I'd like to say I know what you mean, but that usually turns out bad. Um,
Well, I don't have a very specific idea in mind.
the
So
thing
I
is,
guess,
we could go square from where we're at after we. I think we need to close off where we're at.
yeah, seal it in.
Yeah. Then we can pressurize everything and be back to normal and, be happy. Now, from there, if you wanted to go into a more square area, which is what you're going to need for a hangar and things, then what I'm thinking is what you're looking at right now. would be the living area. And then beyond the living area, you would have a airlock that would bring you into your personal hangar. Now, if we square it off, then that personal hangar doesn't necessarily have to be on this same plane as where you're at, which means it can be, your ship could be on the side wall, because there's really no gravity at that point. In fact, we could just sidewall the whole area and change the gravity in this place to be 90 degrees. So when you walk into your bedroom, you switch to the ground, which is 90 degrees from where you're at now. And then square it all the way around, which would give you a whole lot of spaces for jump drives.
I'm thinking the wall could go all the way to here. The wall that leads into the bedroom spaces can literally be this right here.
Yeah.
And we can cut in where we want doors. I think we probably need a gate, like a double gate airlock maybe.
Yeah, I think we need airlocks, right?
Well, the gate is the big door like we have on the other side. So what is that? A 5 wide.
Well, either you're going to have an airlock here that gets into a hallway and another airlock to get into your bedroom. Either way, it's going to take 3, whether it's a big gate or not. I mean...
Well, I like the big gates just because they're big, but they're very, very slow. They look great for the space that it's in, right? This is a very large space. But the problem is as an airlock door, it's slow, so you almost want to make the airlock very long so that by the time you wait for it to open fully and close, you still have a ways to go. But really, this isn't so much an airlock door as it's just a pressurization door, a capsulization. So if we lose air in one spot, we don't necessarily lose it over here. Right?
Mm-hmm. What is that called?
Hmm?
The hangar?
That door is called gate.
Do I not have any plates? What the hell?
Do you want me to keep this door open for the time being while we're building?
It doesn't matter. I opened it when I went through.
Well, there's a tag. If you put in the curly quotes, or they're not curly quotes, but curly brackets, stay open, like I've done here. I don't know why it's not committing. Why is build bitching screwy? There we go. The tags stay open in curly brackets. If you say that, then the automatic door system won't auto close it, which is nice for when you're building. I say that, but the system's like, wait, script has to pick up on the tag. It seems to have, okay. Oh, I see, and then you're thinking like you walk into different bedroom doors here like this, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.